Ngatho cia mwanya mwiroreri wa Fuma Tv ni ndakugeithia haria hothe uri ndirehoka ati ni uratwamukira na njira njega. Ino ni metha ya mohoro ya Fuma Tv kuria tugaga ni kirathimo na Ngai kunyita ugeni nigetha tukimenya uria bururi watinda ukigariura, tumenye uria gwatinda na ni twi tukirikiriria mohoro ma muthenya wa umuthi ni ugukorwo ukimenyete maingi. Na ngwire ati ungikorwo no ndungienda kumenyithia metha itu ya mohoro ni tukwiraga o kaingi thimu itu ikoragwo iri oni na niyo kifogo mugwanja ithano ithatu ithathatu ithano kifogo ithathatu ithano kifogo nigetha ugatumenyithia undu hihi wothe ungihanika hau hanyu na no wende gutumenyithia. Ningi ni tukoragwo na rurenda rwa Facebook na kuu ni twikiraga mohoro maitu me live ni undu andu aria mangiko makienda kumenya uria metha itu ya mohoro irathie na nduri hakuhi na TV yaku uguthio haria mwena-ini wa Facebook thiini wa page ya Fuma TV ni kirathimo hau niho ugutukora twi live. Ria kwaritwa ni Wanjirwa wa Mbugo njitikiria ru tuingira imwe kwa imwe thiini wa mohoro maitu ma hwaini wa umuthi. Igoti inene ria Milimani niritwiriire Inspector Gilbert Masengeri kioho kia mieri 6 ni undu wa kwaga gutia watho wa igoti. Masengeri agutanyitwo gukinya igoti-ini muthenya wa umuthi nigetha atwirwo no aga gwikinyia akigwatia ugiteri. Uhoro makiria wina Mary wa Maitha.
In this country, he is still in office. That might pose a challenge in the enforcement of the order, since in police service, seniority is highly regarded. That, however, cannot deter me from pursuing and standing firm in the defense of the aspirations of Kenyan people who decided at the time of enacting this constitution to have a country that is governed by adherence to the rule of law. Part of the oath of office that I took as a judge states as follows: I will at all times, and to the best of my knowledge and ability, to protect, administer, and defend this constitution with a view to upholding the dignity and the respect for the judiciary and the judicial system of Kenya. End of quote. The constitution of this country is supreme, and Article 2.1 reiterates that by stating that it defines all persons and all state organs. No man or state organ or authority is above the constitution. The constitution command through this court is that I uphold the rule of law by protecting the integrity of the judicial system. The significance of this sentence today is to vindicate the cherished principle of the rule of law in our constitutional democracy by restoring the dignity and the authority of this court in public interest. Borrowing from the South African Constitutional Division, the contender, Mr. Gilbert Masengeri, is sentenced to 6 months in prison. Mr. Masengeri is ordered to submit himself to the Commissioner General of Kenya Prisons to ensure that he is to be committed to a prison facility to commence serving sentence of the imprisonment imposed. In the event that he does not submit himself to the Commissioner General of Prison Service as ordered, the Cabinet Secretary for the National Interior must take all steps that are necessary and permissible in law to ensure Mr. Gilbert Masengeri is committed to prison to commence serving the sentence imposed on him. The court, nevertheless, finds it desirable to impose this sentence as a coercive order as opposed to a punitive order. In that regard, Mr. Masengeri may avoid serving this sentence, and therefore, in that regard, the court shall suspend this sentence for 7 days only. The acting Inspector General of Police can redeem himself and comply by availing himself before this court in person to answer to the issues he has been avoiding in the fall. The sentence shall automatically become effective.
Na tugithie na mbere ni ati munini wa mutongoria wa bururi Rigathi Gachagua ni eranire kugacirithia sekta ya urimi makiria urimi wa kahua, macani, makorofia na ingi nyingi thiini wa gitaro gia gatagati. Akwaragia akihingura show ya urimi kaunti-ini ya Nyeri. Wanjiko Wanjunge niwe wina uhoro uyu makiria.
It is with profound pleasure that I join you on this important occasion of the Central Kenya ASK National Show hosted by NEPI. We gather here because of the farmer, who is the foundation and the pillar of our nation. Out of the sheer hard work of the farmer, Kenyans have food on the table daily. Out of the sweat of our farmer, the agricultural sector injects 22% directly and 27% through linkages to the GDP. Out of the resolute and absolute dedication of the farmer, we are on the world map as one of the largest exporters of quality and most sought after tea, coffee, avocado, macadamia, mangoes, green beans, among others. This is raking in millions of dollars in foreign exchange annually. That is why our administration is paying close attention to the farmer, who is at the base of the production chain, in our focus of promoting resilience and sustainability of our economy, which is mainly built on a vibrant agricultural sector. Ladies and gentlemen, and our exhibitors, one of the biggest threats to a thriving small-scale farmer is climate change. I wish to thank the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development and the Agricultural Society of Kenya for the spot-on theme of this year, that is promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth. During my visit to various states here this morning, farmers and exhibitors are showcasing top-notch innovations aligned to promotion of climate-smart agriculture. The government annually facilitates shows to, among other issues, build the capacity of farmers and raise awareness on new technologies for integration for higher yields. It is fulfillment of the Kenya Kwanza plan of transforming our country into a net exporter of finished products under the manufacturing strand, founded on a solid and vibrant agricultural sector. Processing will save us more than 500 billion Kenyan shillings in annual importation of foods and raise our foreign exchange profile for a stronger and better economy with more money in the pocket of the farmer. Indeed, there is more in value addition. In collaboration with counties, we are also constructing common user facilities at the county aggregation industrial parks. It is for this and other reasons that I call on our small-scale farmer to progressively integrate climate-smart farming technology. It is exciting that the Juakali artisans and other innovators are driving transformative and affordable solutions to the small-scale farmer. With the Juakali sector employing over 16 million people, we must harness their skills and expertise to spur sustainable production, more so at the bottom of the socio-economic pyramid, where most of our small-scale farmers are. To encourage the artisans to do more, we launched the recognition of prior learning policy in March 2023 to validate their skills, knowledge, and expertise through TVETs. My office, in collaboration with line ministries, has created a framework of linking artisans to job and business funding opportunities, including agribusiness and agri-tech. The innovations of this show are possible candidates for industrial application, starting with the cottage subsector to catalyze local manufacturing in the agricultural value chains. On this note, I throw a challenge to learning institutions to also focus on affordable solution-based innovations of beating climate change as envisioned under the National Value Chain Development Project on resilience. Distinguished farmers, exhibitors, ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, we are working to spur the agricultural sector through radical reforms in the various value chains, including coffee, tea, dairy, avocado, macadamia, among others. The government is aware of the challenges in the macadamia subsector. As we plan for full-scale lasting reforms, informed by robust farmer engagements, we are ready to discuss with processors and exporters on minimum returns equivalent to the farmer's sweat. In the avocado subsector, we have implemented crucial interventions which have removed red tapes and streamlined processing and inspection for export. This has eliminated undue delays and ensured quality produce for export. Exhibitors and farmers, ladies and gentlemen, we are also organizing avocado farmers into cooperatives for better economies of scale, as we expand our market into the United States of America, Japan, India, Malaysia, among others. Distinguished farmers and exhibitors in the tea subsector, we have also made progress with reforms since the Kericho Tea Conference last year. Last week in Mombasa, I engaged the new KTDA directors and we agreed that the tea farmer is a priority. As such, cutting down on production and operational costs, eliminating loss-making subsidiaries, and strengthening value addition for more money to trickle down to the farmer must be done. I also visited warehouses in Changamwe and Jomvu for a clear understanding of the required interventions to unlock sale of the remaining tea from the last financial year. We look forward to better returns per kilo in the monthly and bonus payments. We are also reforming the dairy subsector as we move to implement the minimum pay per litre at 50 Kenya shillings alongside prompt payment. My office is organizing an engagement forum which will help deliver farmer-focused reforms. Distinguished farmers and exhibitors, I take this moment to inform our coffee farmers that we have mobilized resources to ensure compliance with the European Union deforestation regulations before December 30th, 2024 deadline. This will enable us to retain the profitable European Union market, which accounts for over 55% of our coffee exports. In supporting our small-scale farmer, we have also availed money for the Coffee Cherry Reforming Fund and money for the coffee debt waiver. It is, however, unacceptable that despite the rigorous reforms of transforming the coffee value chain, governance of cooperative remains the weakest link in
kuri arimi na gakihoka ni magukenerera uhoro ucio kuma kuri munini wa mutongoria wa bururi. Nake mutongoria wa bururi Ndagitari William Ruto ni ambiriirie icera riake mwena wa bururi wa Germany ogikira kirore thiini wa ngirimiti ya kuonjorithia wonjoria gatagati ka a Kenya na bururi wa Germany ni agathiriirie bururi wa Kenya uria ukirite kiwonjoria. Mwandiki wito wa mohoro Atha Mwaura niwe wina uhoro uyu makiria.
Cordial, beneficial relations between our two countries. I want to thank you specifically for finding time to visit our country last year, subsequent to which some of the agreements that you and me agreed on, today we celebrate the signing of this comprehensive migration and labor mobility partnership agreement that will provide a context for expanding the relationship between our two countries, the people-to-people relationship, and for giving us an opportunity to unlock the potential in technology in Germany and human capital in Kenya, where we have a big youth bulge, educated, innovative, hardworking young people who, working in collaboration with Germany, we can combine the innovation, creativity, energy, talent, knowledge of our young people with German investment, technology, and resources, and provide for a win-win outcome. I'm very excited that we have today signed off this agreement that will give an opportunity for Kenyan young people and Kenyan people to work in Germany. And with it, as you have said, Chancellor, provides also an opportunity for those who will have finished their duty or who don't have to be in Germany, for them to find their way back at home. I want to assure the people of this country, of this great country, that Kenya is a very beautiful country, and therefore no Kenyan will have any problem coming back home, because indeed we have a great country. So all we will be looking at is how we can share the resources that we have with you, and how it can be mutually beneficial for both the German economy and the Kenyan economy, and the German people and the Kenyan people. Your Excellency, let me also say that it was my pleasure when I came here to join the destination for German investment and German business and German trade than Kenya. And I will give you only 3 reasons why. We have some of the best human capital resource anywhere in the world. And German companies, numbering about 120 in Kenya, will speak for us. Number 2, we have established a business framework, an investment framework, a trade framework, with our special economic zones, export processing zones, to make sure that we create the necessary environment to encourage business, investment, and trade. And also, as you all know, 93% of our grid is renewable energy. If you're looking for a destination to decarbonize some of your industrialization, the destination is Kenya. We intend to make our grid 100% green by 2030. And we will be partnering with Germany as you establish the hydrogen facility and office in Nairobi, for us to use German technology, German expertise to unlock our renewable energy resources that would help us produce fertilizer and other green products, including iron and steel. And I want to invite Germany to join the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative that brings together now 11 countries in Africa, for us to combine the available resources, opportunities in Europe with the resources available in Africa. So I want to appreciate this moment and look forward to the Citizens Festival later. Thank you very much.
I have a question addressed to both of you, the Federal Chancellor and President Ruto. The U.S. administration has proposed that the United Nations Security Council is enlarged by 2 permanent members from Africa. Federal Chancellor, I would like to hear from you whether you support that, and whether both of you, also President Ruto, could make a suggestion which African country should have these seats. And will this also be a topic to be addressed at the Summit of the Future in New York? And Federal Chancellor, 2 ships of the German Navy have crossed the Strait of Taiwan. Are you afraid of harmed relations with China? Will you reach out to China to address that issue? Thank you very much for these many questions. I am happy to say that it is important to us to make sure that the African countries play a more prominent role in the United Nations Security Council. About this.
Please. Okay. Thank you very much. The agreement we've signed today, we've witnessed the signing today, is a very important agreement. We've negotiated this agreement over the last 1 year. All factors necessary for ensuring that this agreement benefits Kenya as much as it does Germany have been taken into account. It covers an array of areas. It is not limited to any particular area. All skills that are developed in our technical vocational institutions, which, by the way, mirrors to a great extent the technical education here in Germany. And part of the agreement that we have made in this partnership is to twin and to provide mechanisms for ensuring that qualifications from institutions in Kenya mirror qualifications in institutions in Germany, so that there is ease of transfer of skills and labor into the job market. Let me also underscore that as part of this package, we will explore opportunities of the German language also being expanded in reach in Kenya to provide for ease of communication as we build this ecosystem of relationship and partnership. And finally, as to whether this will affect our industrialization agenda in Kenya, I want to assure you that we have skills, we have developed a huge human capital. As you may be aware, Kenya is a young country. I think our median age is 19 and a half, maybe 20. So we have a huge bulge of young people. If I give you an example, yesterday we advertised for some opportunities in Kenya. We require 20,000 people, 140,000 people applied. So that tells you we have a huge young population that not only can satisfy our industrialization agenda in Kenya, but can be made available to industrialization here in Germany. And therefore, there is no risk whatsoever as to the migration of labor into Germany undermining our own industrialization and progress. In fact, it will provide an avenue for us to tap into the skills in this country, the technology in this country, and create a better people-to-people relationship.
Let me highlight this again. Kenya has a very well-trained young population with many professional qualifications. And this young population is looking for opportunities to use the potential, and this will not be possible in Kenya alone, as your example shows. And this is why it is in the interest of both our countries to have part of this young population and giving them the opportunity to bring their talent to bear in Germany. And let me mention one issue, one example here of I would like to point out, because it might influence your view on the world. There are so many well-trained IT experts in Kenya. It is a country that has excellent young men and women who have also gathered a lot of professional expertise already. And from my talks with American IT tech company leaders, I know that advances American companies have made already would have been impossible without Kenyan experts. So there is a lot of manpower that has fed into these AI developments. And this means there is a very promising project that we have embarked on. Regarding the question of discussions about the big challenges we are facing with regard to irregular migration, I would like to highlight once again what I have said at the German Parliament. Germany needs skilled workers from Europe and many other places in the world who will work here. And we have succeeded in that over recent years, and that is the reason why we have such a solid economy right now. In the last 10 to 20 years alone, more than 6 million additional workers have emigrated to Germany.
no tuthiete oro wega mwiroreri wa Fuma TV na ngai gucokeria ngatho ni tondu wanyitaniri waku makiria we urokira mwena-ini wa Facebook thiini wa official page itu ya Fuma TV ni kirathimo wa mukire ngatho cia mwanya na ni gutambura amwe aria gukorwo ngihotithio tugithii kurikiriria mohoro ma hwaini wa umuthi na tugithii na mbere ni ati arutwo aingi mwena wa Mwingi kaunti-ini ya Machakos ni mateanirie mathomo mao thutha wa uhaguku wa na kuria uici wa mahiu wehiririe aikari a mwena ucio ni makaire thirikari imateithiririe kuhitana na aici aya a mahiu aria maramacinira nginya nyumba ciao. Lydia Wangari niwe wina uhoro uyu makiria.
Ni Joel Maundu, ni head teacher wa Madongoi Comprehensive School. Leo ni siku ya pili ya hii wiki. Jana tulikuwa na watoto wachache kama 20. Leo wamekuwa kumbaya zaidi, wamekuja 7. Wale wengine wametorokea tu umumu na wako na wazazi sababu wanahofia usalama wao. Walimu pia si kwamba wako mbali, lakini wanakondolea tu waone kwamba watoto wamerudi na usalama wamerudi sawa ili wafike. Tumepata communication kutoka kwa sub county director kwamba tuwe huku ili watoto na wao pia wapate kuendelea kusoma. Chenye tunaweza kuulizia ni kwamba usalama uhakikisho wa area hii, sababu watoto wanapotoka na iwe hakuna usalama unaweza kuwarudisha, wengi watakwenda mashule yale mengine na masomo mahali hapa itasambaratika. Kwa hivyo tunaomba serikali kuu na pia usaidizi wa serikali ya county kwamba washirikiane wote watusaidie na usalama ili tuone kwamba maisha ya watoto yanaendelea. Tuna darasa la grade 6 ambao wanafanya KPSEA exam na iko karibu sana. Tusipoangalia ni kwamba wengi watakuwa na shida kufanya ule mtihani, na ikumbuke kwamba huu mtihani watoto wamesajiliwa kwa hii shule. Wasipoifanyia mahali hapa itakuwa ngumu kufanyia wengine na kupeleka huko, na itakuwa ni kuwatatiza katika maisha yao ya kimasomo. Jambo hili limetuadhiri zaidi sababu ilifanyika tu karibu na shule. Yale manyumba yalichomwa ni karibu kilomita 10 na pia yale mamunduki yalikuwa yanapigwa. Wazazi wa area hii walikuwa wanasikia. Na sababu hilo jambo la kuchomewa manyumba halijawahi kuwa ilifanyika, wengi sasa wametorokea kwengine na pia wakahamisha mifugo yao na vyakula vyao ili waone kwamba maisha yao pia katika usalama. Sante, tunamuomba CS Kindiki yale alikuwa ametuahidi kwamba ili shule litainuliwa liwe full boarding primary school, na ili kwamba usalama utakuwa umewekwa na kuzingira na hiyo eneo ya shule. Hilo litatusaidia zaidi, hiyo kwamba hata kama uvamizi utatokezea karibu, wale watoto wanakaa kwa usalama, wanafundishwa, walimu wao kwa usalama, na hatutakuwa watu wa kutoroka kila wakati. Wa majangili ni umeadhiri shule mingi. Tuko na Katumbini, tuko na Ikayuni, tuko na Kasluni na pia Nyanzai. Zaidi ni ya Mandongoi sababu ndio iko mbali zaidi kushinda hizo zote, na ni karibu kilomita 14 katika border yetu ya Kitui na Tana River. So wengi wakifamiwa huwa wanatorokea kule. Nyuma kimasomo sababu ya insecurity. Mwaka jana ndio hakukuwa na huo ufamisi, na tulipofanya mtihani katika hali ya utulivu tulipata wanafunzi wengi karibu 10 walipata kwenda katika sub county schools, ambapo ilikuwa namba kubwa kulingana na ile miaka mingine iliyopita. Kule kwingine ilikuwa tu unafanya mtihani unapata absentees wengi zaidi. Kama hivi sasa kama hakuna jambo litafanyika, absentees watakuweko, na hilo huwa ina affect sana performance ya shule.
The county commissioner for Kitui, we are in Chusu, Mandongoi area. This is an area which was affected by skirmishes between the others and the farmers in this place. The persons are from Tana River, some are from Northeastern, and then the local farmers here, they have been colliding, but they have come here, and you know, eventually it caused the death and loss of property. So we have come to condole with the people and to beef up security in this place. So far there is no problem on matter security. There is calm, we have managed to bring sanity, and we are going to increase security officers so that we can protect life and property, to bring peace, tranquility, and security. And they are very happy. There is no problem about that. The officers to protect them, to make sure the school is opened as soon as possible by providing more security officers. And then camels coming from Northeastern, because they are the genesis of conflict, should be returned to Northeastern by security officers, but not the local community. Only police officers, then push them to Northeastern or far away from schools. And we are warning also the politicians from both sides of the divide that they should not incite their communities into violence. It is barbaric, it is retrogressive, and it is unwarranted. We are not going to allow them to do that job. NCIC is here, it will take appropriate action. The DCI is here, it will also take appropriate action. But we are going to contain this problem. The Kitui team is liaising with the Tanariva team to make sure this person is searched to provide that. He will be arrested. Even the other one from the other side of the border, that is Tanariva. The long arm of law will capture them in the near future, because we have even evidence, and we have handed over to NCIC to process. So nobody is above the law.
Langu ni Jeremia Nyayo Mwanzia.
Na aremi a kahua factory-ini ya Kaguno Muranga ni marũrũnganire mena matukoya makiuga ni manogete ni gutinagio mbeca ciao hatari gitumi. Maugite ni makoretwo magitinio gicunjĩ gĩa 5% thĩinĩ wa marĩhi mao ma kahua, na makauga kana makahoya thirikari ĩingĩrĩre ũhoro ũyũ. Ũhoro makĩria wĩna Wachira wa Njeri.
Mabia wiki ya mahiga. Gai matiga tuikirie mahiga ma. Gai akiwa Ile nuri sasa. Gai. Ndio kwa bwana. Kani tuladani wale swala wale wako hapa hakuna mwizi. Kuna mwizi.
Kumi, mtu akilitaya wanaenda nyumbani wanachukua rafiki yao. Kwa hivyo mimi najua hiyo mtatusaidia na Gachagua tunataka asikie hii maneno mpaka aje hapa.
The problem we have been having in this society is illegal deductions of 5%. Each and every member, whenever we are being paid for our coffee parchment, the management of Kaguno society have been deducting us illegally 5%. And this 5%, it is all the members. However, we have a group, a very, very small group, which is being used by the management committee to intimidate the society members using the security forces and agents to their advantage. The members now are helpless, and we want to ask the national government, Minister of Cooperatives, Agriculture, Trade, Wycliffe Oparanya, aingilie hii maneno.
Jina naitwa Lamijo Maina Kamanda. Tumekuwa na shida hapa ya kukatwa pesa deduction kutoka kwa akaunti zetu kulingana na venye tumelipwa pesa ya kahawa. Tumekuwa tukikatwa 5% kwa every payment. Na hiyo pesa imeenda ikafikisha miaka 7 ambayo haina dividend, hakuna pahali inatusaidia, na tukikuja kuitisha unafukuzwa kwa society. Alafu tena kufika hapo, ile time tulipata ya kulikuwa na maandamano hapa, karibu wiki 3 imeisha. DC akaahidi wakulima watapatana hapa waongelee kuhusu hiyo, lakini si wakulima wamekuja. Kulingana na venye kumefanywa, ni watu wengine wameenda wakatafutwa na huko wakakuja wakasimama kwa niaba ya mkulima. Kwa hivyo watu hapa wanaonekana pia wataandamana ili wapate haki yao, kwa sababu sisi hakuna pesa tunataka ya kuitisha kwa mtu ama malipo. Tunataka haki yetu ya zile pesa tumekuwa tukikatwa kwa hiyo muda wote. Kwa hivyo tunataka serikali itusaidie. Minister wetu Oparanya, kazi mpya umekuja kwa ministry, pesa yetu turudishiwe sisi kama wakulima ili tuweze kujisimamisha maisha yetu.
Abirelia kororo tonire maigira na mucemanio wa abirelia tudisi tuondolee huyu mtu, hata tusaidia tuondolee huyu mtu. Gachagua utanginyitiriro ni atongoria aria mari guku macinani. Gachagua gutire hindi ukaiguika ukiruta wira.
Na hau niho tugwikirira muthia mohoro maitu ma hwaini wa umuthi mangi ukumamukira cihanda thaa 3 na ngai gucokeria ngatho ni tondu wa unyitaniri waku. Uthina mbere na kwirorera Fuma TV kuria tugaga ni kirathimo, na ngacokeria ngatho andu aingi aria mokira mwena wa Facebook, ona koroni aingi akina George Jogu, Grace Joki Dongo, akina Magi Nyakinywa, Frank Derito na mundu gwitwo Stacy Gishuhi, mundu gwitwo Milton Kahoro, ona koroni magiukira karia twitaga kawaru. Amukira ngatho cia mwanya ni tondu wa gwitikira gutwirorera thiini wa thimu yaku. Oho kuririkania ati ungienda gutumenyithia undu wahanika oro hau hanyu kana undu wothe wa hinahi, namba itu ya thimu ni 0753650650 kifogo mugwanja ithano ithathatũ kifogo ithathatũ kifogo, na tugukorwo tukiamukira thimu yaku na ngatho. Wikara mitambo-ini ya Fuma TV inya tucemanie mathaina macio mangi. Maritwa makwa njitagwo Wanjiru wa Wambugu. Ugie na hwaini mwega.